G'day, welcome to my Oxygen Not Included. This is session 75. First thing I'm going to do is cancel that. There was no one in favor of doing it, just negatives. So I won't do it just yet. Now, question though, should I then instead try and reroute this in a way that will get it pumped or moved into this massive tank that's already warm water and just give me even more water to sort of work with? This water's getting up to 75 degrees, so just moving nicely along. Should I be doing something with this water? Should I sort of be considering that for the future of my water supply, that it does sort of keep going? But I'll pause on that one for now. Let me just check my other notes. There were a couple in that one. So there were a few suggestions on different ways to... There's a lot of natural gas now working its way all the way up here. There was one I did quite like. To move my rock crusher. Move him out of the base. Because I realized he was designed at a point where there wasn't much option apart from in-base design. But we can move him out here somewhere. And... I just make that a floor. I could probably just have him connected on there, or sitting here, I suppose. We've got to be careful of those power lines because they are already in high use. Maybe I can get rid of 2 of these kilns. I don't think I'm using them anywhere near as much as I thought I was going to. Actually, let's cancel deconstruct. Deconstruct the 2 further away from the base, even though it's ever so slight. Actually, no, let's cancel that. Let's just build a floor. Like, how big was he? There. Maybe in there. Let's just build a floor across here. That, and then we can just say dig out. They dig out all of that, and then finally put an actual floor that they can cross along there. So it is meaning they currently have to go down and across and up to get there. They may as well just go across the top. Soya seeds. Yeah, that's fine. Well, don't want any new people at the moment. Let's get all that moved out back into water supplies. Now we have gotten... I did notice this last Bristle Blossom has come in as well, which means that we can get some more Bristle Blossoms going along the bottom here. We have a light there and a light there. Just got to make sure we've got electricity to those 2 points. There's a strained table below it. Why is that guy strained? What's at the end of his... Yeah, that'll do it. Okay. Maybe what we'll do there, just to be nice, just take the line below it than the one above it. These guys aren't happy with their overcrowding, so let's knock out a few of them. So anyone sort of over 50, I suppose. Is there any benefit keeping the stone hatch? I think he was... Alright. It was also suggested that we change... Suggested that we move the grill down 1 square. Which should be doable. So we'll put a light above it to make it work more efficiently. Let's give that a go. See, we've got a fair few blossom seeds coming in. So let's uproot these mealwoods. We'll just ask the question about these guys here too. So yeah, the temperature is still quite warm coming from the bottom here. And I could move these guys down to possibly move him over one. I could move, like, say, just one of these guys to here. And then that would be... I think that possibly would be sufficient cooling going on here. Give it a go. We put a farm tile there. One, two, three, four, five. So he actually won't get hit anyway, this one on this far side. Would need another light. I mean, that's probably the more useless of the Weezeworts, because that's on the cool side of the things. It's that side that probably is a little bit more... Oh, no, it's actually warmer over there than it is over here. So let's make him a Weezewort. We'll uproot him. Might leave that guy in place just for now. There's a fair bit of fluid in all of this. But look at how our oxygen's going, since that's a point of contention for us a lot of the time. Yeah, I'm still pretty happy with the idea that this guy is just almost predominantly just looking after that, since I would say half of my base is outside the base on that side. Yeah, it was also suggested that I do Aku fillets forever. And also that I have a look at my skills. Barney. Make Barney a chef as well. We then have a look at the schedule. We can see that Barney and Mimar are both on the center schedule, so what we'll do instead is move Barney to the late schedule. We'll move Meep to the middle schedule. We'll move Mimar to the early schedule, and we'll move Ruby to the middle schedule. And then what we will do is we will make Barney also have a priority cooking, which looks like the two of them do have. And we'll up that to a... I probably won't worry about upping that to a 9 yet. It's storing 4 kilograms in there at the moment, that ration box. Deconstruct that, and we will... Really annoying to have to deconstruct that without copying its settings. I mean, essentially, if we just remember that it's the gristleberry, the omelets, cooked fish, and the barbecue. That's probably easy enough to remember. So let's deconstruct that, and we will ask to deconstruct that row of stuff. And we can say copy settings on that guy and then run it across there. Right, and allergy pills was the other thing. So where is my little medicine cabinet? That one. Allergy medication. It requires blossom seeds and dirt. Now, I mean, that's only 1 kilo, so we could make 3,000 of them, so... Let's just have that going for... 90 for now, maybe. Alright, did I already get rid of the crusher? No, cool. Let's copy the crusher, put it there. Let's have a quick look at that power. I realize that's probably not the best, but we'll just do that for now. This water is up to 80 degrees. But it's so funny how much water I'm losing just down this way. This whole thing is a leaky mess. That's now not even, like, that wall's not even capturing the leak. Rest that by digging a ladder. Like that. Maybe let's just say mop all that. Let's move down, so then we want to go back into food. And we will go the electric grill. Put one. Go for 2 grills. Actually, I realize that that's sitting on that table, but I just feel like they'll be nicer if there's a little gap between them. So just have both of them over one spot for a... Okay, so forever gristleberry, forever cooked fish, forever barbecue, forever omelette. I realize that those are being made with copper ore too. Oh well. Barbecue, cooked fish, gristleberry, omelette. So much water. All finding different ways to run down, and this is not that full. Like, and so little of it's making that end destination. Still sort of 24 over this side, whereas this guy it's 27 if you get a bit further that way. It's really warm over here. Slow going on building that. Someone's getting in there. See, they're getting food back for these poor starving guys. Sorry, mate. At least it seems like we are getting a fair few of those seeds. See, that's seeping in here though, that natural gas. Believe how much that natural gas has just sort of run wild. So much water down here too. Actually, it's pretty pointless to mop that, isn't it? Because it's just where water's continuing to come. Thing is, it doesn't seem like water continues to roll downhill that much. Which you can sort of see from here, that if I was to make, say, like a flat plane that ran sort of here, so we say went flat, drop, flat, drop, flat, drop, flat, for example. So it ended up that if you ran over those, you would end up dropping down here. How efficiently would that move? I did see someone, there was also a comment about not wanting to get rid of too much of this salt, because it actually will make the whole world hotter. We've managed to do enough down here that we can clear this out. I don't think we can mop that. I think there's too much. Does that actually work still? I don't remember who has or hasn't had any exposure to that. But actually, it does remind me, just looking at May, that I was getting to pretty up this room. We can deconstruct those two. We can then ask for copies of paintings, one there and one there. And they can also get spoiled with one big statues as well. The bonus that you get for sharing a room. Getting up there now. Really, I've got to be close to Steam. Also didn't acknowledge the milestone, but we've just ticked over 500 days as well. There's some snazzy suits. Heap. Do we make any more snazzy suits as well? It was my suit maker. It's possible there's something in this pile. See that we've been able to plant all of those bristle blossoms as well. So we are definitely moving along with our seed production. Yeah, still getting losing our dirt. Now this is probably a good spot for some bristle blossom. That's already a three high section. So what we'll do though is we will hydroponic all of those. Now can I just copy and paste those? No, gotta make those spots unoccupied. Let's say Uproot all of these. Probably easier actually just to run that one down the bottom. Get some more lights in. Bit tricky when it's the lights, the instruction here is blocking, trying to see where my light is going to cover. That's all but that first one, so let's just space them out a bit more. Let's use that guy. Nice and easy. I guess maybe I didn't need to ask them to be uprooted if they'll go anyway if I do the deconstruct. I'm not quite sure if I have to do both there, I don't remember anymore. We have certainly bounced back with our calories though, it's nice to see. Fertilizer. 11 science. It's not too bad. But what we do currently have is science the one that I want? Is that what makes them smart? I don't recall. We do still already have 2 guys working in this room, so it doesn't make much sense to bring anyone else in if that's the case. And with all where this natural gas is, it doesn't feel like there's much of a good location for me to choose to put a pump. Like, this pump's basically useless now because the oxygen's heavier than it. I think is that right? The oxygen's heavier than the natural gas, so you got to pick somewhere where that natural gas is going to be at the bottom of the pile. Okay, so let's work this out. If we build basically a downward hill run for this, so that it'll come out of here, and that it will eventually end up pouring out there. What we'll do actually is we'll cancel that one, and we will make a ladder that runs to on top of that. So then that's our access north. That's why we can justify cutting both that and that. We will then dig. No, we won't dig. We'll continue with our build sandstone, but we can probably swap to this rock. So how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we're coming in even shallower than we probably need to. We can be higher than that. So if we go 6, so let's cancel 2 of these. A few, I mean all of them. Let's go copy. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. So it will mean we're going to have to destroy this habitat to allow this to sort of cut through. Ask these to be dug out. All of that. All of that. There we go, some nice additions for in there. Hold the phone. I realize that this work here is being done on the inside of the base, which we don't want. And you just dug yourself outside the base. Yeah. What are you thinking? Alright, let's deconstruct that one. Dig those two. There we go. Okay. Cancel that dig. Ask that to be copied right there. Hopefully someone has the idea to do it while standing below it, not above it. Hey, get below it, please. Move to here, mate. Because no one comes up behind you digging. Really? Well, at least you can get out either way now. Okay, Ellie. You move to... And... Okay. Hang on. Can you not work out that you can just sort of jump down here? Alright, let's put on some emergency priorities here. Now, the potential problem is that everyone who has access to a suit is currently standing north of this thing. Is that it? Yeah, there we go, good. Ellie, if you just, at least you know to move into the base, kid. Okay. So that now gives me alternative access to this water to run it down just in here. So what we will do now is dig out that. Inherited by this very large pool on this side. .98 degrees, so this hopefully will be very close to getting some steam power going. And how are we doing over here? Not doing much on this lower build. Just, I suppose that there's so much work going on this other side. It's funny how much quickly this dirt will fluctuate between where I remove and add ladders. Alright, there we go. Inheriting a whole bunch of more water. Actually wouldn't mind mesh tiling those three guys to allow the water to sort of flow into this section a bit more too. Alright, so now we've removed all of that. Let's go copy. Put that in there. The other thing that we now want to do then is get some plumbing that runs up there too. Suppose we can just do from this pipe here. Just run that up. Hopefully that makes sense to everyone involved and the water will continue to pump in the right direction. And lots of bristle blossom seeds at the moment. I don't know if I need to store my gristle berries. So it says unrefrigerated. Let's see if my gristle berries are part of what can be stored in there. Poor guys. Sorry, Hassan. It's my 2 new suits. The nails. I've only made 1 so far. Alright, how are you guys doing? Seven, 9. Well, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to come out of there. Meep. Another smooth hatchling egg going on there as well as the one down here. If we just get rid of our old hatches, just the standard ones. Just clear them out and say, well, we've got enough smooths now to not worry about those ones. Amazing that all of these bins are still full. Even though we've got that. So, I mean, really, should I just start to remove bins? What are they made of? Sandstone. Probably not too big a deal. But what it would do... Oh, we've still got that in here too. The other one built. Cool. Let's deconstruct that. And then let's just go 6 fossil to lime forever. Maybe it's about time I put in some more toilets too. I realize I've still only got the 5. Though I do have everyone on, I guess, on rotating rosters, so it's not as bad as it may seem. Okay, so now we want to go some more. We need these in place. Can they reach those? Is that the problem that we've got here? Yes. Alright, so we'll say and a bristle blossom, and then we will go copy settings. All of those ones. You can see we have claimed a lot of that water. This is huge now. Water temperature only went up about 6 degrees. I would imagine though that some of this, even then, it's actually cooling down, I guess, courtesy of the polluted ice and water that it's going against here. Now this guy is struggling, I guess, with the heat. Now, probably what that means is I need to make him out of gold, opposed to iron ore. So let's it's going to be very hot in there though. Deconstruct him with insane priority. Is she repairing it or is she removing it? Disable auto repair. Great. And that was plumbing liquid filter, and he was facing that way. That, so I've now got gold amalgam as the thing. Which hopefully we've got enough of around that they can do that with the same insane priority. Funny, dangling down the ladder. How you doing, Barney? Great job. Okay, so we want to disable disinfect, and we want to say, what was it, water. Or is it filter? Just have a quick check. Perfect. Back where we were. These combat spots are really throwing us in weird positions. Maybe it's just because I'm so delayed on seeing the guy that's actually doing it. There we go. So another set of bristle blossoms coming in. Quite warm up there in their section. What are they allowed to operate at? 30 degrees. I suppose maybe the lights have made that warmer. We might need to see how they go and add a few Weezeworts up there. What are you? Oh, you're Smooth Hatchling, you're just a little bit brighter than everyone else. Oh, we're finally getting our floor built along here. Actually, I'll just do the top row there for now. Just use them to push out all that air. Thank you for the other suggestions on how to potentially push the air out of there, but I'm happy to go my old crazy style of building a room to then sort of push all the air out of it. Temperature wise, we're looking pretty good up here. These guys are doing a good job. As these guys down here. I mean, I certainly will sort of step back and look at this at some points and think like, man, that looks real messy. Look at all these guys in here too. Let's get a few more out of here. Go anyone over the age of what, 10? Well, those guys have done a good job of dodging. What are you doing in there, buddy? Get him out of there too. Okay there, buddy. A lot of chlorine just hanging around outside that door. We're edging very close to that steel goal too. 7.2. 7.5, and we can build our first section. And how are we doing glass-wise? We haven't built any glass for a while. Quite sure why. Is it just not high enough priority, maybe? Our food has bounced back very nicely. So the question now with the food is like, well, how do I have enough bristle blossoms to look after everyone? Now it was three per person. I currently have 14 people, so 14 times 3 would be 28. It's 2. 38 plus another 4 would be 42. Alright, 42 divided by 3 would be... Yeah, because you go 12 is 3 times 4, and then... I don't know, I've lost count. 42. Let's assume it's 42. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55. So in theory, I can actually get rid of all of my mealwood. So the question is, do I get rid of all of my mealwood? Immune to food poisoning, decreased decor. That's quite good, isn't it? We don't need more people at the moment. All right, so the big question of this one, because we'll call this one here as well. With the exception of this tiny little mealwood patch here, can I get rid of all of my other mealwood? Do I now have enough bristle blossom taking care of my food sources? It's complaining there. Is that got a piece of power wire heating? Wires overloading. Too much power running through it. Alright, well that's something we'll have to address next time. But until then, love to hear about the mealwood, and catch you later.